Hi, it's Michelle again. I'm having to redo this video because I did it, but I have no idea why. Sorry, I can't get the words out. I don't know where the sound went. So if you get a video live streaming with no sound, sorry, I apologize. And don't you hate it when that happens, when you record and everything you want to say, you've said, and nobody hears it? Sorry, my glasses are crooked. Anyway. I just wanted to update everybody on my Facebook situation. I have not gotten anywhere, to be honest with you. It's exhausting. It's draining. No, the video didn't pause. I was just looking at what's behind me there. This is how I'm feeling right now. Anyway, I have not heard back from my 3 appeals that I sent to Facebook. They haven't had the decency to even acknowledge receipt of my government ID. For all I know, it could be in anybody's hands at the moment. And do they care? No, because I would have had somebody get back to me by now. This happened, I've been disabled since before Christmas, and it's been a long haul. What a way to start the new year. And to this day, I really don't know what I've done. Almost all the videos that I have made, I'm not sure if you're watching right now, I'm not sure if you've seen any of them. I forwarded them on to various people, one of them being Mark Zuckerberg, who is the founder and CEO of Facebook, along with CBS News, CBC News, and so on. Why did I go to such lengths? Because I feel like a victim, and I feel like this has happened to me because somebody has hacked my account. And I'll tell you why I feel this way. I have Googled thousands and thousands of people who have been in the same situation as I am now. Their account was disabled, and there was no reason for it. They were never given any reason for it. There was no communication at all. Many, unlike myself, lost everything. Everything. When this first happened, I was in a panic. If you've watched the other videos, you'll know why. But I needed to get my data, my Facebook data, and I requested it, and that's the only thing I received from Facebook. Now, a word of warning. When you do private conversations on Facebook, not that it has anything to do with me being disabled, it's just with the data that I received, I noticed all my private conversations are in there. So when you think you're having a private conversation, actually you're not. So I've questioned what's happened to our human rights. Are we not allowed a little bit of privacy? I guess not. I think it's true when they say that, even if you have a cell phone, your information's not private. Anything digital, forget it. You're being watched everywhere. I'm on a webcam right now, and who knows who's keeping an eye on me? God knows. Anyway, it's sad to see how many people were affected by it. Some had businesses on there. And, sorry, my dog just walked in. He just came from 4-week training boot camp. So please don't mind him. Anyway, I'm trying to get out what I want to say here. And I keep forgetting. It doesn't help when you have short-term memory loss. Yeah, a lot of people who this has happened to they had businesses connected to their accounts. And they have lost all their business contacts. They've lost their business. Facebook has caused people to commit suicide. And Facebook, you know that you have. You say you control cyberbullies. I've been bullied on Facebook. I did everything I should have done. This was a year ago, over a year ago. I belonged to a group, and I'm not going to get into detail, but the same month my sister died, which was last June, I left that group for reasons of my own. It was just getting out of hand. It was ridiculous. And I was literally ganged up on by people in the group who were admins. They bullied me to a point where I was suicidal. They posted slander all over Facebook about me and my family. They tracked me down on YouTube and left slander. They left messages on Twitter. Needless to say, I had to block them on every social media page that I had these people on. I did as Facebook said, and I blocked them. I reported them, all 62 of them, and I reported the group. I'm not really sure what happened to the group, but as far as I know, eventually it was taken off. But recently I found out that the admin of that group got their account back on Facebook. How is that allowed? When you say you don't encourage cyberbullying, how is that allowed? Getting back to this, well, end of last year, but this year, my account being disabled, I believe, was caused by a person, a guy, that I did not know on a buy and sell site. Him and another person taunted me on every group that I went to and harassed me. I was afraid of blocking them because these groups were new to me and I didn't want to cause any kind of trouble. However, it got to a point where I did block him.
Jackson, no.
And ever since, excuse me a second, sorry. You get no privacy, even at home. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh my goodness. This guy that I blocked was causing me harassment. So I did as Facebook tells us to do. Block the person. Don't have any interactions with them. I did everything that Facebook tells you to do. following week of doing that, I had a week timeout on Facebook. Coincidence? I don't know, because I wasn't given a reason. Sorry, I wasn't given a reason why when I had my 1 week timeout. But I went with it. Obviously, I must have done something, I thought. I came back on after the 1 week, and that very same day, shortly after I came on, my account was disabled again. I had a timeout for a 24-hour period. Waited the 24-hour period, came back. All of a sudden, while I'm typing, I get a notice come on my Facebook account saying, this account has been disabled. It caught me by shock. And if you have watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I suffer from mental illness. I have depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Facebook has not helped this at all. I have been suicidal. I am suicidal now. Some people may judge me and say, look, it's only social media. It may just be social media for you. For me, it's a means of support. I created a group for people like myself who suffer with depression, and it was nice to hear that I actually helped some of those people. A lot of them didn't. I mean, there were some people that didn't suffer with depression, but they had problems in their lives. And we all met up on an app called Smule.com, which is a karaoke app, a singing app. And we were from all parts of the world, and it was good. Singing is a good means of therapy. Meeting these people were wonderful, and they became my family. That's why it's a big deal. Not only that, I've been shut off from other family members on Facebook that live elsewhere. I cannot communicate with them. Emailing is one thing, but there's some of them who live in Australia, etc., that I do not have all the details for them. So it's completely isolated me. I had a really bad time yesterday. Now, I know I mentioned it in the other video that showed up with no sound. And having short-term memory loss due to medication is no fun. So I can't really remember what I said. But I know I was feeling a great deal of isolation. I missed talking to those people that I met. I miss video chatting with them. I miss video chatting with my family that don't live nearby. Not everybody uses WhatsApp or anything else, and all these things, other things are new to me. Facebook, I know, I've been on it for so long. But what upsets me greatly is when I researched how many people have been affected by disabled accounts and what it's done to their lives. I read one particular case, and it was in the UK. I'm in Canada. His case sounded so similar to mine, it could have been me who they were talking about. because he had no clue why he was taken off all of a sudden. But he lost everything, along with thousands of others. They don't have the data that I have. At least I have some pictures and things. Other people have lost everything, and you cannot communicate with Facebook. They will not reply. And I don't know. I just felt very distraught yesterday. I broke down, and I just did not want to be here. And it's the way I feel right now. I do not want to be here. I love my family. But what good can I be to my family if I'm a broken wreck? Which is what I am. As I said in my other video, I try not to cry because that's all I do these days. I was so upset because this guy that I read about, they had an update about him. He ended up being a child molester. And they referred to the reason why his account was disabled. And Facebook has the audacity to put me in that same category. Why? They won't tell me why. I've done nothing wrong. I was molested as a child. To see that somebody on Facebook was doing that is disturbing to me. But what was more disturbing is that they put me in that category. They say that I've done something so bad, yet they're not telling me what I've done. I'm being victimized. That's what I'm having done, sorry. I'm sorry, my head's not straight right now. My dog's just come back from boot camp, like I said. And my previous video I did to this had no sound, so I'm trying to remember what I said. And it's so hard. I can't remember. I'm trying to make a point here. And I want to be heard. I did forward a couple of my videos to Mark Zuckerberg's Twitter. And I know it's the correct account because it's the same account that's attached to his Facebook. Last week, he retweeted what I sent to him. Why the heck would you retweet when you're the founder and CEO of Facebook? Why won't you help me about what I'm talking about? Why won't you get your people to respond by email? Do their jobs. Whoever's in charge of disabling accounts, what, do they think they're God, that they could just ruin people's lives for no reason? They can take things away and not give them back? And I'm speaking to you, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm speaking to you because you did nothing for me. And there was somebody on Facebook that told me to write to you because you helped her. Well, my husband tried to write to you on Facebook. And I know you were away for Christmas with your you were vacationing or something with your family for Christmas. And I understand that. But I'm reaching out to everybody here. I'm not only reaching out to people on YouTube, I'm reaching out to the news media. I'm reaching out to lawyers if they will listen to me. I'm reaching out to everybody. And I'm not being heard. Said I didn't want to cry, and I won't. When I finish doing this, I'm going to forward it to Mark Zuckerberg again and to all these newscasters. Hopefully this time this video that I'm doing now will work, because I really gave my all. I gave my heart out in the video I did before this with no freaking sound. I don't even know what I'm doing on this OBS. I asked people for help and nobody helped me. I'm having to learn a lot of new things since I've been off Facebook. I've been trying to keep myself busy. And the problem is I'm on permanent disability, and I've been on permanent disability since 1996. I was an executive assistant for a major bank at their head office. And when I fell ill, I was put on medication, and I'm on medication for the rest of my life, and that's fine. You know, if it makes you, if it makes me, this is a lot better than I was, believe me. I've had my time. I've had my bad times. You have no idea. And actually, it was doing well. Like I said, Facebook was a major part of that. And you've taken it away from me. And I want to know why. I haven't even been told that my account's disabled temporarily or permanently, or if I'm banned. Why won't anybody listen? The amount of distraught you have put me through is unfair. It doesn't just affect me, it affects my family. And if I take my life, I'm telling you right now, Facebook, you're to blame. Because you've put me in this position. And I'm not happy. How dare you control people's lives? How dare you take their lives away? Facebook's been known for so many people committing suicide. They go on YouTube and it's posted on Facebook. And it's because of cyberbullying. And they do nothing. My dog's trying to comfort me. Thanks, Dexter. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. Down. I've just had enough, really. And I want to ask, Mark Zuckerberg, I've seen your family. I've seen your wife and your children, and you have a wonderful family. You have a Facebook account, and I don't know if your wife has a Facebook account. But what if something like this happened to her? What if she was going through the traumatic feelings that I'm going through? Would you do anything to help her? Of course you would. That's your wife. But this is your company. If you didn't have all these Facebook subscribers, you would not be a wealthy man today. And then you hire people that let their positions get to their head, and they control people's lives by just going, your account's disabled. Period. It happened to my aunt. But she's back on Facebook. I'm not. And I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't. I would not be doing this video. I would not be reaching out if I had done something wrong. If anything, I had something done to me and you did nothing about it. And I told you about it. I wrote to Facebook and I told them about this person. I'm tired. I'm fed up. There's other social media, but it's not the same. I share my life with people on there. And over 10 years ago, before I married my husband, this is my second marriage, well, we've been married 13 years, so before that, I started writing a book about my life since I've been ill. It's a freaking tough book to write, I'll tell you. That's why I've put it down every time, every year. I may have written a page here, a page there, but it's too painful. But I want to finish it. And the one Facebook friend that I have that lives in the States, I have her email account. And I sent a copy of how far I've got so far. And she encouraged me because she said that my story will help other women out there. So I'm doing something good during a really bad time. And while typing this book, I'm having to relive it all over again. But she's right. I could help somebody else out there who went through what I did. And who knows, I may just include Facebook in it somewhere because you're ruining my life. Anyway, I did not want to cry, and I didn't cry in the other video that I posted with no sound. One of my meds that I'm on that causes memory loss is causing me anxiety, so for over a year, I haven't left my home except for doctor's appointments, dentist, and I'm practically dragged out for family events because I don't want to leave. I have a brand new Jeep that has about 100 kilometers on it, and that's it. So Facebook was my connection to the world, and it's gone. It's just gone. And nobody writes back to me. Nobody writes and tells you they got your information. And if it's something minor I've done wrong, isn't it better to tell me so that if ever I got my account, that I never do it again? I'm not a criminal. Don't treat me like one. Anyway, this is getting a bit tough for me to do right now. So I do apologize. I apologize for posting the first video with no sound. And I sure hope that this one has sound. Because it's damn tough doing these videos. So I'll say bye for now. And I will update you whenever, if anything new happens. I'll let you know if Mark Zuckerberg replied to me rather than retweet a video. Anyway, it's Michelle, and I'll say goodnight for now. Hopefully next time I talk to you, I won't be this state. Hopefully I do talk to you. Hopefully I'll still be here. I don't know. So I'll say bye for now.